This week on Safari Hunter's Journal. In our quest to push the Umarex Hammer 50 caliber airgun to the limits, a stroke of really bad luck for a member of the largest antelope species in the world gives us an opportunity to compassionately put down a distressed animal and prove the efficacy of the hammer in spades. It's a classic confrontation, the Eland versus the airgun, and it's happening now on Safari Hunter's Journal, sponsored by Umarex. Our luxurious 5-star airgun safari at Matswani Safaris took us to an elevated height to see what we might find at the waterhole. After getting the hammer rigged and ready, I sat back to wait for animal activity, but the wait wasn't long at all. Wildebeest can be very skittish, and the wind was not always cooperating. Nothing worth a trophy fee in the group anyway. Impala began to trickle in, but no big boys, that is... Oh yeah. This was a nice ramp, heavy and wide, and definitely an elder in the Impala pecking order. Time to diversify the gene pool.
He's down.
He's down.
That worked pretty quick, didn't it? Oh, great.
Yeah. I see the softer bullets work, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Good.
Well, let's go take a look.
Okay.
It didn't go too far. What a nice Impala.
Perfect shot. Good. Very good.
KP, we got a nice Impala.
A beautiful Impala. Very good. Good shot. Went down inside.
You know, it's interesting because we used the softer bullets, a number 9 Brunel, and it still went right through.
Yeah, but I think today it had a better impact on the body.
Yeah.
And then I think for the smaller game, you'll use the smaller Brunel bullets, you know.
Now, this is a decent Impala. He's very heavy and wide, which makes him look a little shorter than he actually is.
No, it's a nice old male, you know, he's just past his prime now. He's slowly going down now. And see, he comes just out of the rut.
Yeah.
Here he has been fighting, you know, a lot. In this area, he can be the dominant male, so he has to fight out all the other males, you know, so that's why. But it's a very good Impala.
It is, and it was a great hunt. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure, Steve.
Matswani Safaris takes pretty good care of their clients. I read a book while KP prepared a lunch that was larger than 2 or 3 of my regular dinners. Oh, the travails of safari life.
All right.
There had been a change of plans. A local game breeder called and said he had a bull with a certain physical problem that would prevent him from being part of the breeding program. He knew Matswani had a hunter with an airgun in camp and wanted to know if we could help him out. It was hammer time.
Steve, he's coming in. The one on the left. Can you see him?
Yes, yes.
Okay, just keep your eye on him.
This would be more of a shoot than a hunt. Nevertheless, this was a 1,500-pound eland, and I was armed with an airgun, which meant this was not exactly a gimme putt.
Keep your eye on him. He's in.
It wasn't hard to keep my eye on him at all. In fact, I couldn't help but stare. This poor eland was going to suffer for the rest of its life, and it was my job to ensure the suffering didn't go on much longer.
I've got a quartering frontal, but I'd rather wait for the broadside. There it is.
Okay, you can take him now. Right on the spot. Just keep it easy.
Does he need another one?
No. Just give him time. You can see he's shaking his head.
Eland is the largest species of antelope in Africa, and that thing went down.
He's down with an air rifle.
Yeah, with an air rifle. That shot felt good.
I saw that was perfect right on the shoulder.
I think we got really good penetration too.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a good shot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, he's done. Perfect shot.
Thank you, Fawn.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Beautiful eland.
And right on the shoulders. Very nicely.
Fawn, we got an eland with an air gun.
Exactly. I cannot believe it. It's actually my first eland with an air gun. I couldn't believe it that you can shoot an eland with an air gun.
This may be the first eland ever with an air gun. I don't know that for sure. There's a little bit of deflection there.
Only a little bit.
Just a little bit. You know, this is a special bull. He had some problems.
Yes. And he would never recover from that problem.
Yeah, this is definitely the dominant bull, and he has ticks and an infection on his penis sheath, and he'll never breed, and yet he's keeping all the other bulls from breeding. And this is an animal from conservation perspective, has to come out of the herd.
Exactly. I actually appreciate that we shot this one, because after a few years he would have suffered anyway.
Yeah.
So it's a good deed that we did, and we did it with a air rifle again.
We did. But one thing I didn't notice till we got close, these are excellent horns. I mean, these are some very deep ridges.
Really. You see, the problem is if you look at the big body, then you don't really see the horns that nicely. The moment when it's lying down there, then you actually see how big the horns are. Then you can appreciate it.
Well, we had tried a couple of times to take him before, and he'd be there feeding, and someone would come up, and he used the horns quite liberally. So it was more of a challenge than I was expecting. But fortunately, you put us in the right place. The shot was where it should be, and went down with just that one 350 grain bullet.
Everything just went out perfectly. It worked out perfectly.
Well, I can't thank you enough. This has been a great experience, and I'll look forward to hunting with you more.
My pleasure, my friend.
Back at the lodge, we continued to tolerate the primitive conditions. I mean, all of this wine in the cellar, and as far as I could tell, they were mostly old and dusty. You'd think at a place like this they could afford some new bottles. To stay up to date on the latest outdoor and Second Amendment news, and to take part in our social media contest giveaways, follow us at Umarex Airguns and at Steve Scott TV.
Okay, man. Bye-bye.